that one. How's it going?
You don't find anything?
I think it should be right here.
All right.
And that one. She's slow compared to the Volvo, but still a lot of fun. Still a lot of fun. Welcome back to 5280, guys. A couple of things we want to talk about. Obviously, the title of today's video. And before we get into that, well, I want to talk about a little more than just that. So I've started what I've been calling a mini series, and the reality of it is it's not going to be just a couple of videos. It's going to be more than that. The object of these videos is just to do like short videos on how-to things, and the most recent one I just did, and hopefully you guys watch that, is how to clean your floor mats in your car. It is something that every car guy has to tackle sooner or later, and having the proper tools to do it and having the knowledge to do it and doing it in a short film like that gives you guys very direct and less fluff as far as material goes, and watching it and how to do all the stuff. So I have quite a few more videos already filmed, and I'm gonna basically put them out every week. And the schedule I'm gonna do is probably about every Wednesday I'm gonna aim for. And then I'm thinking about every other week on Sundays I'll have a vlog or have something else out there for you guys to watch. So hopefully I'll be churning about 6 videos a month, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you work as much as I do, I have a full-time job and I work 50 hours a week. So it's a little hard to turn this stuff, but I'm doing the best I can to do it for you guys. And these shorter videos are actually going to make it way easy to do some of this stuff because it takes some of the stress off of the bigger videos. Now, I already have a couple more planned for this, and actually we're going home to do that. But since you guys can't see, since the camera's filming towards me, it's raining. So I guess washing the car and shooting this video might be a little difficult. Whatever, we'll get to it. But back to the topic on hand. Should I sell the Volvo? That's something that has perked my interest. I think I'm gonna have to dive into it in a little bit. There's a backstory behind this and why I've been thinking about this in the back of my head. So I think I'm gonna hold you guys off just for a minute longer. before we continue our conversation, I think we're gonna wash this and we're gonna detail the inside before it gets all rainy and gross. Yeah, I know I'm that guy that washes the car right before it rains, but it needs it pretty bad. It's kind of gross.
Let's free fall. 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 I'm so caught in this, but so lost deeply I can't stop. I'm forever what you call. Let's free fall. Can you hear the sound? We're the revolution. We're the revolution.
Alright guys, it's the next day. I change shirts. I'm not a crazy person, I change my shirts every second. But we're really hot. Got rain down, I'm washing the Explorer. Oh, would I ever sell the Volvo? Maybe. Nah, reality of it, guys. Honestly, I haven't sold it, and I don't think I ever will. There is a but, and you need a little bit of context for this to make sense. So about 2 weeks ago, there was a gentleman that knocked on the door, and I thought it was Amazon. Family member answered the door and said, hey, it was for you, or for myself, I should say. And I was a little confused, but I went out there and he started talking to me and he said, hey, I noticed the car in the garage. I said, yeah. And, well, would you ever sell it? Thought about it really hard, and I told him how long I've had the car. It's the first car I've ever bought myself, and it's a bit of a basket case, and he had no idea that these cars have issues. You know, even if they're properly maintained, they still just, there's a will, there's a way. It's not that these guys are unreliable, because even with their issues, they still run and drive, and they still do all that stuff. But it had no idea of what a basket case he would get into with it. Long story short, he asked me what my price was on it. And I told him, I said, what would be a fair deal for you? He had no idea. And I said, well, for something to part with this car, I'd say minimum is $20,000. And I shot him high because I don't want to sell the car. So I don't think I'll ever sell the car, but the right price comes along and I'm able to move on to something bigger and better, I probably will. Not without some heartache with it. To be honest, I love this car, I'm attached to it, and no matter how many times it pisses me off every time I'm working on it, you still turn the key, you put your foot into it, put the snaps in. This is a special car to me, even though everybody in my family thinks it's ridiculous and thinks it's a station wagon. It's a station wagon with 300 horsepower, and it's a rocket. It's a practical rocket. So guys, what is in store next for the car? And well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. The whole house situation is a bit of a bear. We're trying to figure that one out, and it seems like the house that we had money down, they are
jacking the price up every week, and thing is there's not a way for us to lock the price in, or else we would have locked it in a while ago. And it sounds like by the time we're able to actually lock the price in, it might be out of our price range. So we're trying to figure that out, on top of trying to create content for you guys and do all of that. So it's getting a little, I wouldn't say difficult, but the reality is like there's some things I want to do, but I can't do it because we're trying to save money for the house. So it makes things difficult trying to produce the content and also save money for the house. And really all this starts to come full circle. Now, as soon as I start making money with YouTube, well, this whole situation would be irrelevant. But right now, the channel's so small that it's not making any revenue. So this is just purely out of being a hobby. And once I do make some money, I'll be able to get there and get to the point to where I'll be able to make some a little bit more content and be a little bit better as far as the content goes. But till next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, let me know if there's more things you do want to see or what else. But I'll catch you guys next time.